Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pure Flight Productions coverage of the 2022 Lexington Open, presented by the Bluegrass Disc Golf Association. This is round 2 coverage. We are out at Falling Springs. We got myself, Matt Vassil, joined with Sam Wheeling here in the booth.
What up?
Gonna be a longer course than the first round if you're tuning in from Vets previously. We got Jeremiah Dwyer sitting at 11 down from Team Gateway, Sam Lee 9 down from Prodigy, Kevin Kiefer 9 down from Latitude, and Woody Haas down there at 9 as well.
Those are some pretty hot scores.
They are.
Playing 18 holes.
Absolutely. And you can see that leaderboard. It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
There was a decent amount of separation round 1, but not too much.
Yeah, on hole 1 here, 442 feet, there was OB marked. You'll see it when they tee off, but on the fly over, you won't see it.
Correct.
It's just a big any shot, or if you've got a forehand, a big, massive forehand shot just around these trees. There is a Mando on the second group of trees, and again, you can see the flags lined all the way down. Usually on this hole, they're just trying to get to the pole or at least right past it to have a look at the basket to get the easy birdie. Because it is a par 4, they're definitely don't want anything worse than a 3.
No, hole 1 is a pretty straightforward, simple hole to start with. You can tell the wind is definitely in play with all those trees moving.
And we've got a lefty on the card.
Yeah, again.
Yeah.
Have to.
So Sam Lee is, I would say, local.
Yeah.
He is from around here. He's played quite a bit. And you'll see, it's nice to have a lefty because they're going to throw a different shot.
You get different views of how people approach it. I agree. Kevin going a little bit long. That is not OB. He's fine. He's not deep in the woods
and
at all.
He got short of it, not into it. There is a fence back there, but that is a smash of a drive to get to that fence line back there.
Yeah. It did happen quite a few times.
Yeah.
I watched quite a few drives just go way too straight, way too long.
And that shot is an okay shot. Again,
you're fine.
As long as you can see the basket on your second shot,
Yeah.
it should be an easy up down.
To be honest, it's a pretty stress-free tee shot, and for it being a hole 1, I'm not too mad about that.
Great up. Great easy up. How was the wind? I wasn't there that day, so I have no idea.
Wind definitely plays. It's a hole-by-hole thing.
Okay.
It really is. Some holes were totally fine. Some holes were not totally fine.
Yeah. And again, the weather, just like if you've watched round 1, rain.
Yeah.
The good thing is the weather today is not supposed to be thunderstorms. It's just rain.
Yeah, just a little bit of missing. Rain occasionally.
Umbrella weather.
That's a
There you go.
good run.
Yep. Nice little bid at the basket, but also to where it just settles down and,
For sure.
and sits right by the basket.
Nice little tap in 3.
Yep. And Sam putting for his 3. It's in. See, I'm wearing his flight code gear.
Not really too surprised to see a star frame on this one to start off. One, you just want to take a 3, maybe have a look for 2, and keep going the whole 2.
Go to the next hole.
Yeah.
Plus, it's always nice to start the round with a birdie.
It is. It's just a good feeling to have. Hole 2, 576-foot par 4. That whole right side where the tall grass is painted OB. You want to get to right around here if you can. Have a nice, easy approach because you do have that sloping down if you go long up the basket. So you're going to see a lot of people end a little bit short on the approach just because they're scared of that. Jeremiah's going for that wide hyzer. Really, really safe play. Probably going to put him in a good position. Oh, yeah. Totally fine.
And if I'm not mistaken on this hole,
There you go.
someone tooted. I believe it was Greg Ellis.
Yeah.
Got a 2 on it?
From MP40? MP50? Not an MPO, I think. MP40, yeah. Which is a fantastic 2.
I kind of wish we had coverage of that, but at the same time, just knowing that 576-foot hole.
Yeah.
And it doesn't play downhill from the tee pad that they're at.
Sure.
So they're actually playing from the short tee pad. There is a longer one.
Yeah. And you have those trees right in the way, so you can't throw straight at it. So you're throwing more than 576 if you're
And if
trying
you
to
take
get
the
there.
hyzer route, you're throwing, if it flips over at all, it's basically OB the whole time.
Yeah.
And those trees are guardian trees.
No, they're thick. I know whenever our card stepped up to this, we didn't have too much wind. Not really playing too big of a factor on the tee pad of this one. What are you going for that forehand left side gap?
It's pretty open over there.
It is.
As far as if getting over there, but that's a little
he finds
too
it right
far
on the edge, yeah.
And basically just trying to throw back into the middle of the fairway to have a look. Again, easy up, down, and take a par.
Yeah.
Apparently there's somebody in there. That was a good out from over there.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, split the trees. So what the camera can't show you until the catch cam shows up is the basket sits on basically a downhill.
Oh, it's so massive.
Yeah.
Such a massive downhill.
So when the approach shot on this one, you
It's
have
hard.
to be short.
Mm-hmm.
If you overthrow it, it's not like you're 5 feet past the basket. It's 100 feet down a hill.
For sure.
Back up at the basket.
And that's kind of what I'm saying. You're going to see a lot of approaches land short because they're scared of going too far.
Right.
Jeremiah, great drive off the tee, puts himself in a great up and down position. Approach looks great. Yeah, that's perfect.
Great shot.
I like going to that backside if you can, because those...
To the right side of it?
Yeah, like those bushes do stop a lot of discs.
Sam's got a tough decision. Like how much layup does he want?
Yeah. What percent layup, what percent
Yeah.
run? I'm thinking that was a 99% layup.
Yeah.
I'll give him a 1% run.
Because if you lay it up and you're 20 feet short, most of these guys are going to make a 20-foot play.
Sure.
But the pressure of if you miss it,
Yeah,
and then
then
you're
it's-
downhill,
yeah.
it seems like a 40-foot play.
Mm-hmm. That's a great
That
putt.
is a great putt. Look at this. They rolled it back for us. Kiefer with a nice putt.
2 for 2. Start off the round.
Yep.
Good start.
His face is just like, I'm glad that went in. I did not want to go down that hill.
Yeah, Woody's staring it down. Scary putt. Little left side, but it's 6.
It's set.
That's
Yeah.
okay. That's okay.
Yep.
Good
Good
putt.
putt by Sam. Again, that's that 20-foot putt that feels a lot bigger than it is. Yep.
Jeremiah with a great birdie 3 as well.
They definitely, again, the way this hole plays is those putts are scary.
They are.
Looks like Woody picking up the lone bogey.
Moving on to hole 3, it's a 410-foot par 3. OB is going to be kind of hard to see, but down this left side where that short grass meets the tall grass is all painted OB. Right behind the basket is also OB as well, which is really close, like 15 feet past, so you cannot go long. Then the right side, there's a creek that runs OB as well. So OB kind of encompasses the entire hole. You don't want to turn it over that much, I don't think. Yeah, a little bit too turned over. Brings
Hey,
OB right side.
See the white flags. I don't think he meant to turn it over that much.
Yeah,
The play makes sense though. Just
it does.
Try to hug that tree line to the right and then just push back. Oh.
I made a very similar mistake in my round 2. Tried to do that Annie forehand the whole way there. Just didn't make it all the way back.
Because if you
He's
take
not-
that forehand line, you're
he's-
coming
yeah.
far back.
He's not re-teeing, but he's almost re-teeing
Right.
based on where that last
That's
crossed.
a good drive by
Yeah,
Sam.
absolutely.
Oh wow, he's inside the circle.
It's a tough hole.
Shot, dude.
Hole 3 is not an easy one to get. Definitely plays as one of the harder ones on the day, averaging 0.37 over par.
That's
That looks nice, yeah.
Yep.
little short, maybe. A little bit short, but it's safe.
It's inbounds.
Mm-hmm. You can tell he didn't like really flip it over to get that extra S-curve distance, but he kept it safe the entire way.
And as we watch most of the front nine, we're definitely going to see these players try to stay in bounds. He almost threw it in.
He did.
Another big layup.
Mm-hmm. It's hard with that OB, 15 feet long. It's hard to justify.
You can't just run the putt at the same time because of the OB being behind you.
That's the type of run you're going to see a lot. That lofty, just kind of fall in at the end. That was a good run from Woody. Same here to maybe card the lone bird on the hole. It's a little bit high.
Yeah. We know he definitely wants that putt back.
Mm-hmm. Birds are chirping today.
Yeah. Well, the worms are probably out because
That's fair too.
the
Rain just kind of
is-
stopped. Yeah.
It's easy to find food when the ground is flooded.
That's very fair.
Jeremiah, not too happy with that bogey, but
Birdie start.
Luckily, he's
Yeah.
only on the third hole. He's a
For
lot
sure.
of disc golf.
Plenty of time. Him and Kevin just seem to be copying each other score-wise.
So in hole 4, this hole gets to be a lot of fun. So this is an island hole. You're going to throw off the tee and either land in the island or not.
Yep.
If you miss the island, there is a drop zone and there is a layup area.
Yeah, that's kind of straight.
right in front. Yeah.
So if you want to play safe, you have that opportunity. I'd be surprised if we saw that opportunity taken.
With it being the second round, I assume most guys are going to go for the island.
Oh,
no.
that was a little mean.
Yeah.
Looked like a good shot. Looked like it was going to skip well.
He's maybe a foot short.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
We got a spotter up there to help him out at least.
Yeah. And to be fair, this hole definitely suits the right-handed player, I think, better.
Yeah.
That backhand ties are coming in better for the hillside than Sam's lefty.
And
that's how you do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you weren't sure how to play hole 4,
That's how
take
you do
notes.
it.
That's how you play hole 4.
Another just again spike
Looks pretty
hyzer
much
right at the
perfect.
basket. And
A little long.
Oh no. I believe it bounced out of bounds.
It did, yeah, it did. And it's arcs, even though his crossed and Sam's didn't, they're
Right.
both still going from the same drop zone. Just be a little wide, but swinging. Oh, swinging perfectly, yeah. Great shot from Kevin.
Yeah, I don't know which one's closer.
Mhm.
They both
Both are pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yep. And again, you can see the OB flags marking out
Yeah,
the fairway for the landing area. Sam from the drop zone.
about 55 feet or so. Great putt.
Oh, wow.
Right in the
Great
basket.
save. That's definitely a putt you want to make, especially
For sure.
uh,
Run that back.
Wow. It's still spinning. He
Mhm.
put so much spin in that. You know he's glad to get that one. Sam actually is a really good step putt.
Oh, fantastic
Yeah.
step play.
I played around with him the other day, and I was like, "You got to teach me this." And he's like, "I'll try." Again, it's not a makeable putt from that drop zone. I know Sam made it, but that drop zone is a lot further than it looks.
It's a hard putt to justify because with that OB 25, 30 long, if you sailed a little bit or if it hits cage and rolls.
Good birdies here.
I did see quite a few people from that drop zone layup just because
Yeah.
they wanted no part of that.
It's not a bad. I mean, again, we're early enough in the round,
Sure.
and again, the weather is supposed to be spotty. So
Yeah.
there's no telling.
Yeah. Hole 5. I think it's the first hole without out of bounds, I think. 291. Pretty straightforward. You want to go left side, highs are in or ante in, depending on how you're throwing it. A little hill behind it that comes into play a little bit, maybe not too much. Common miss I see is people hyzer in too early, and you really don't want to hyzer in too early on this hole. It's really thick in those bushes.
Right.
But that does a perfect job of just standing right on the edge.
I will say the mistake that I've seen most is people trying to throw a big forehand and they flex it too much, and
Sure.
it actually just goes way too long.
That might be a little bit of trouble. Depending on how far deep he actually pushed in there, that may not be an easy up and down.
See, I'm enjoying
That looks good.
the line that was
Made for him.
made for him.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Good shot. Inside the bullseye almost.
Yep, pretty much tap in, move on the hole 6. See if Jeremiah can follow suit.
I mean, so the tee pad is tucked in like a little hole, and you can still see some of the like leaves blowing. So the wind looked like it might have been picking up a little bit.
The wind was on this, yes, I definitely remember that.
And that's going to be a tough putt just because it's around the corner.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he can see the basket. And that is definitely in their feet.
Oh,
he
it
got
does
out.
a
He got
fantastic
out.
job of getting out of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made that look pretty easy. I promise you that was not that easy.
Again, that's why he's on the top part.
That's true. Well, it needs to sit a little bit. Maybe it did
We'll
roll
see.
down. Oh, it did. Oh, that's no fun.
And that's it. Where he was, it was a dangerous play because really the upshot would be just to throw a little forehand,
Sure.
with like a putter and get it up there. But
Oh, that needs to sit too.
Don't you roll.
All right.
Yeah, that is the only downside about this hole. You think hole 2 has a death putt. This one isn't as deep if you miss and go down the hill, but if you miss it twice, you're just
Still there, yeah.
Good
Birdie
pick,
from
too.
Woody.
Woody's starting to get back on the right track.
For sure.
And again, if you look at the scoreboard, they're all competitive on the score.
Yeah.
As far as on the card goes. I'm not gonna lie, I thought Sam was the first time. He got me. Good too, Sam.
I mean, that's how you know it's a good practice putt, right? If it looks like your real one.
Maybe if I had a practice one, my real one wouldn't be so bad.
That's something to think about.
Can't sleep.
The unfortunate bogey from Jeremiah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's hoping to get back onto a train that's not a bogey train.
It's true.
So hole 6 here from the long tee, you'll see the tall grass is usually OB here. We'll find out how it's marked here in just a second. But this basket is 325 feet of all of it. It probably plays longer than it really is just because the tee pad is tucked in so tight.
Yeah.
And you've got to go around 2 groups of trees, basically.
You definitely can't see where you're throwing off the tee pad. That's a common miss that I see people do, just turn it over too much. Because you know if you don't turn it over or if it hyzers out too much, you are not in a good spot.
So was there OB flagged on this hole?
There was not.
Oh,
So that is safe.
So swinging right's fine.
It's fine, yeah.
Sweet. So sometimes they'll play tall grass as OB here.
Yeah.
So that's a kind of a nice touch for this one.
That looks nice.
He's going to be in the first divot?
Ooh, I thought he made it around that last group.
Yeah.
Just a little bit short before it started hyzering out.
This hole would probably be hard, though, for a lefty.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Man,
a hard hole for a righty,
if
too.
you're trying to birdie, if you're trying to play for the simple shot,
Sure.
it's simple hyzer. But I know how Sam plays, and
Yeah.
he catches Pokemon. He wants them all. Actually, I don't know if he catches Pokemon. But I'm assuming.
Yeah, I have no idea.
And that looks deep.
Yeah,
There is a short pin that's there, but because this looks an open, we don't do short pins.
no. That's going to be a hard up and down. Jeremiah's got this on a nice curve.
So he's a flex back. The cameraman, he's tracking his best. But he's not far from the basket. He's probably
not at all.
80, 90 feet. So jump quite a
I
bit.
don't even know if he's that far.
Well, the camera adds 10 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. This looks.
Kevin
to be a
is
very
not in a fun
shot.
spot.
I wonder if he had saw his rod for a forehand.
I thought that was perfect minus that last branch.
Yeah. And that is a good bit because even the camera angle shows you it's downhill.
Yeah. And Jeremiah is a good amount out. That's a scary putt to run too.
Yeah. He doesn't look too happy on that.
Yeah.
A wild
stick
Sam
with it.
appears.
Going up.
I mean, what do you
Perfect.
do?
Yep.
You could barely see him when they were showing where his putt landed.
Mhm.
And by putt, I mean approach. Another turbo. I guess when you're in there, it's probably hard to go through it. You
Yeah.
gotta go over it.
He did well with the turbo back at Vets. Works
I'm
well there
not gonna
too.
lie. I thought it was at least gonna hit metal there
Yeah,
for a second.
yeah.
Looked good.
Jeremiah for the comeback for par.
Definitely needs to try to get back on.
Yeah, there it
There
is.
you go. Good putt. He looks a little frustrated, but he also looks kind of happy that he got that far. You guys are gonna clean up their putts, and it's not a bad way to start the round as far as how Sam's shooting right now. But at the same time, these guys definitely want to attack this course.
For sure. Moving on to hole 7, 312-foot par 3 downhill. That fence in the fenced area on the left side is out of bounds. This creek long and right is also out of bounds. You're going to notice that it is very close to the basket. Definitely comes into play. If you go out of bounds into the creek, you do go to a drop zone that's right in the edge of circle 1, maybe right in circle 2.
It's a makeable putt.
It is definitely a makeable putt.
It's also a dangerous putt.
Very
Because you're
dangerous.
still putting towards that basket, which is pile B.
That's a common miss that you see really often. Just hazarding a little bit too much to the left. It does bring him OB, unfortunately, so we are going to see the drop zone.
So, and the reason that area is fenced in, there's holes there.
Mhm.
It's almost like a sinkhole there.
Yeah.
So they're just trying to protect the player from going over there.
For sure. Parks definitely doesn't want too many people in there for that fact. And I do have to give a quick shout out to Woodford County Parks and Rec. They do a fantastic job of keeping this course looking pristine and beautiful, ready to go for us.
And Sam had a great shot.
Yes.
And definitely inside the circle.
For sure.
Yeah, actually, I've never been to this course and played where it wasn't mowed.
Oh no. They're always keeping this course looking nice.
I remember they first put it in. You would see them out planting trees.
Yeah.
And just taking care of anything and everything they could. Did that?
Oh, looks.
I can't see it.
I didn't see an
Let's
OB
just say,
graphic.
How about this? I didn't see it show up on the scoreboard as an OB.
That's
so
true.
we
So
don't
we're
know.
gonna go with safe.
We're gonna assume that the cameraman doesn't know yet either.
Innocent or proven guilty.
Yeah,
That's perfect.
okay. Now it's good.
Yeah, yeah.
I like how we had to stop it like that.
Yeah, might
now
have
it's good.
rolled a little too
Yeah.
far, but
You do tend to
Greatest stream of
jinx
all
people
time right there.
bit.
Just
A
jumped
little
out
bit,
with
yeah.
my disc.
commentator curse.
Holy crap.
Oh, this is a tough little play.
Yeah, Woody from the drop zone in between these trees
But
makes that's
easy.
such a good looking putt.
He said, "Cash that check."
Yes.
Baby." He probably feels good to get that back.
For sure.
Sometimes it just takes making a really, really good putt just to get some stuff going.
Mm-hmm.
At least the confidence. This looks like the same putt, but backwards.
That's
As far as distance.
kind of because it is.
Yeah.
And that does not go OB. I know it kind of looks like it goes down into a creek area, but it's right down where Sam's is too. Great birdie.
Good birdie for Sam. Everybody else gonna just tap into their putts and
That's a great two as well.
you want it so bad.
Mm-hmm.
But this hole,
It's a tough hole.
yeah,
It's 312 downhill
but
is
the
not
OB
far.
is so tight.
That OB is so unforgiving sometimes. You see a lot of skips go into that creek too.
Well, the ground was again pretty wet from all the rain
Yeah.
we got today. So hole 8, this hole here it's pretty straightforward. It's 306 feet straight ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Their only OB here would be this little fenced-in area that we just flew over. If you go too far, though, it is definitely thick.
Yes. And that OB fence area makes a big difference on the hole too. That little tree that's starting to bloom a little bit, get some more leaves and branches on it, fits right into where that like lefty forehand or the back or righty backhand's gonna go.
I feel like he just went through the fence there.
Yeah, I think he did. Oh, it absolutely did. Absolutely did.
I like how they were just like, we have to show.
Yeah. Just to make sure.
Good shot, Sam.
Hey, it's up there. No pictures on the scorecard.
There is, though, because it's filmed.
Well, that's not a scorecard, but yeah.
The scorecard is on the screen.
Touche. Kevin here turning over. That looks absolutely perfect as well.
Gotta be.
That's perfect shot.
Even the tree helped.
I love the trees today, bro.
Let me get you closer.
Trees are just like, you know what?
So far, we've seen two helpful shots where the fence moved for Sam.
It did. It got up, moved to the right, for sure.
Get in the basket.
Some big
I like that play too.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
That's
What are you? Go.
no.
Chill.
You gotta be kidding
Okay.
me.
all right.
Okay.
It at least didn't get back to the OB. Still leaves him in circle one.
My blood pressure just went up.
A little bit high.
I was like, oh, man, he's
Yeah.
He's still inside the circle, though. So there should be.
That's got
Going the
good
same
width.
route.
Yep. Absolutely perfect. Oh. All right. I have to stop talking before the disc hits the
Just
ground.
talked about how,
We did. I don't
but
learn
it's
my lesson.
still inside their putting range.
For
so
sure.
They should be able to at least get the break here. You got me there. That's how you put.
Mm-hmm.
There you
putt.
go.
Two good putts in a row.
Good way. Yep. Again, get back on there and get the red off the scorecard.
Yeah. There he is. Jeremiah back on the birdie train.
He again is probably happy to have something that's not a red.
For sure. Yeah, he had a few holes that he struggled on at the beginning, but looks to be turning it back around. And if you don't know, Jeremiah is Nico Lacastro's younger brother, I believe.
Yeah, and so
Who
while
you
he
may
was
have
in
heard of.
town, a lot of people saw the vehicle they're traveling in, and they were like, oh, "This," and I was like, "Not like."
Oh, that has Nico. Yeah.
So it's kind of neat to see that.
Mm-hmm. Hole 9, first and only par 5 on the day, 802 feet, which is pretty short for a par 5, but it does play uphill, so definitely adds a little bit more distance on it. No OB. There is a Mando on the left that you have to throw right off the tee. It would only come into play if you're trying to throw like a giant Anheuser off the tee, which has been done, which is why the Mando's there. But for the most part, wide open, throw it far again. You might be putting. If not, throw it again. Then you're hopefully putting. Sam throwing it to great spot.
Yeah. No, that was, and again, with there not being any OB, being able to just grip it and rip it is great for these guys.
For sure. Some holes definitely had some tighter OB on it, like hole 3, pretty tight.
Because, I mean, this was just throwing it as hard as possible.
Yeah, you just throw it far. Yeah.
He probably would prefer to be on the left side,
Sure.
maybe.
But he's not out of position by
But
no
he's not out of
means.
position.
Yo, my bad, man.
No, you're good, dude. I didn't know what it was at first. I was like, what is it?
Yeah, so again, same simple shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Woody.
You do want to be in the shorter grass, gives you a little bit easier run up. You can actually see where your disc is too when you're looking down to plant your foot.
Oh,
Ooh, that did come off a little bit early.
I had no idea if you made the man.
I couldn't tell from that angle.
I think you.
Yeah,
and
so he did miss it.
Yep.
So the drop zone for this missing the Mando is the short tee pad,
Mm-hmm.
which only takes off like 100 feet.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does not take off launches, but that was
He put a move on that one though.
push.
That's a good looking shot.
Wow. He literally has a chance to still save par.
Yeah.
Ready?
Sam, I'm curious how big Sam's gonna try to go here, because the Eagle's definitely in play on this hole.
Right. I mean, if you can bite off even 300 feet off the tee,
Yeah.
right? Like, These guys have big enough arms
Yeah.
to get it up there for the eagle.
500 uphill's a little hard,
Right.
but doable.
But it doesn't, yeah. And I mean, you saw where Sam's shot is, so he's definitely going to be able to hopefully get that birdie.
Yeah.
But he's put himself in the position to have these get birdie. And so they're throwing in the thicker grass over here, where Sam was. It was short grass, a
Yeah.
little bit easier to run up.
Mm-hmm.
But they actually made that look like it wasn't too bad to
Yeah.
run in.
Looks like he got kind of to the flat area of that tall grass, which is nice. Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Kevin's looking for.
Equal.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a thumbs up.
I think he's happy about it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could tell.
From Kentucky, Sam?
Jeremiah trying to get up and down, save the 5. Gonna be a hard putt.
I would say that, but he's also unfortunately made a few putts from a little deep into
Yeah,
the weeds. So
hard for us normal folks.
yeah. The wind looks like it is.
Wind was ripping on this hole.
I was saying, it looks like it's
was
brewing.
ripping. Yeah, I feel like off the tee it wasn't that bad. As soon as we got over that hill, it started getting pretty bad. Yeah, you can tell these guys are making
And I
decisions
believe
based on
that's
it.
Sam's Distortion,
Not sure.
which is the new disc from Prodigy. When we played the other day, he's loving that disc.
Really?
He's been throwing it a lot. Yeah.
Wanted to see the eagle.
Wanted it. He may have wanted it more than we wanted it.
Probably. Jeremiah here looking to say 5.
But he went a little deeper than I thought. I thought he was just right on the edge.
Oh, that looked good minus that branch too.
Yep.
Little low in the cutbacker.
Yeah, he looked out in the audience and just kind of said sorry.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to see us. But it was there's a birdie on the at least one card.
Mm-hmm. Sam should probably be tapping in bird as
Oh,
well.
There you go, good birdie.
It does bring our grouping on the lead card pretty close together.
I mean, there's not a lot of separation if you stay in bounds.
Yeah.
On these cards.
Sam doing a good job of it so far. Tied for first. Woody currently in third. Kevin tied for fourth. Jeremiah drops a little bit down. Tied for 11th, but still, as always, plenty of time.
And Tyler Horn making a move right now.
Yes, he is. So that was round 2 front 9 coverage. Check us back on the back 9 to see how this card finishes out Falling Springs.